We have been negotiating with the PPMS since July 2019. They came with a figure of 3.7 plus GST. We have negotiated. Then they reduced it to 340. Now they have reduced it to 3 rupees 30 paise plus GST for 2019-20. If we are ready to pay, we will have to pay 4 rupees 55 paise as a differential charge for January to March. We are still negotiating with them because we are not agreeable to the management fee they are charging and other expenditures also. So January to March, it is still to be negotiated. We have gone for April to June.
All right. The third question from Abhishek is, why everything comes as a jurisdiction from EC rather than taking decision on common consensus through proper GBM?
Please note, we are not going ahead of the GBM. In GBM held on 15th December 2019, we have got a approval from the GBM, from the general body, 3 rupees plus GST. We are charging that amount only. We are never telling that it is as per our dictate. This is only a provisional invoice.
Okay. The another question is, when nothing is in use with closure due to lockdown, why such high bills? I think they want to clarify, because of lockdown, is there gonna be any reduction in the camp?
It is not there. Because in lockdown also, we are paying for everything. We are paying for water, diesel, electricity, other vendors. There is no reduction, except there is a reduction in the clubhouse. When our clubhouse is closed, some amount, little amount of the electricity is saved. But it has been offset by more, by the water consumed by all the persons who are here. So there is no benefit at all. And one more thing, nothing is free. Except the mother's love in the world, nothing is free, we have to pay to all.
Another question is, how come other big societies are able to manage camp below 3 rupees?
It is not possible for most of the societies, except in one society, as per we know, they are depending on Kaveri water. They need not to pay, which we have to pay, around 2 crore rupees per year for the consumption of water, because we are dependent on the tanker water. So this cost around 60 paise. They are there, and then which society you must be referring to? They are in the heart of the city. They are getting more amount from the commercial activities, which we cannot get that income. So there may be some change in one or two, but most of the societies are working now at 4 rupees GST. 4 rupees cap.
Okay. The next question is, what's the plan to remove PPMS as they are nowhere close to basic service SLA and on top too much costly?
We have been negotiating with this. We are asking for other vendors also. This will be the last step we have to do. We will take it. If it comes to that, we will take it also.
Okay. What's the status on big ticket items like, so there are a lot of things mentioned in this. We'll go through one by one. What's the status on the big ticket items like? First thing is asked for the OC.
OC already clarified. Our panel advocate has given it in writing, and we have also conveyed to all the persons. This OC is valid, which is issued by the Mandur Panchayat as on 30th October 2017. It is a valid OC.
Okay. The second question, the second point of this big ticket is BESCOM substation.
BESCOM substation, we have been asking PPMS, and this is one of the reasons we have not taken over, because these are the very big issues, drainage and this BESCOM. They are delaying. We are talking to the BESCOM also. This is an issue. Yes, we have not closed it, and we will not close it unless we get a proper answer or some amount or some clearance from the BESCOM. Then only we will go ahead.
Okay. The third point in this big ticket items is the Corpus Fund.
Corpus Fund, when we first met in Falcon Towers on 5th December, this was the first thing we asked, what is the Corpus amount? They have given us the figure. It is 13.75 crore Corpus Fund lying with them, plus interest it is around 2.34 crore as on 6th February 2020. This will come to us. It has not come. We are demanding it for the last 2 months. We are writing the letters. It will come to us.
Okay. Lift condition from Prestige.
Yeah, this was a very difficult thing. We suffered a lot from Fusitech, from PPMS. There were some issue with the PPMS and Fusitech. I can confide in you that we will be going out of this Prestige, out of this Fusitech, if we don't get the proper response. We are looking for another vendor for Fusitech, and this problem will be over.
Okay. So Abhishek mentions in his question that last but not least, as a community, we need to be united and should fight together and raise prestige. Otherwise, it's lost to everyone. We need some hard steps to be taken against the builder.
Yes, we will take the hardest step against the builder, but they are professionals, we know they would not like it to go to that legal level. We also don't want to that legal because we are taking all the precautions and we will go against PPMS very hard.
Okay. So the next question is coming from KP Chandramohan, flat number 7105. Question, he says, thanks for detailed presentation on various costs incurred by the association PPMS in running the society. Also happy to read vision plan for FY 2020-21. Could you please add the following information as part of the presentation? Number of flats, preferably by breakup of 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 2.5 BHK and 3 BHK.
Yes, there are total 2,368 flats. One bedroom flat is 223. Two bedroom flats are 1,025 and three bedroom flats are 1,120.
All right. Total square foot area built for maintenance in the complex.
It is 32,76,889 square foot.
And he has written about monthly collection, but I would take it as how much we are collecting in a quarter. What is the CAM amount we collect in a quarter?
We have never collected so far, but if we collect at the current rate of 3.54, then around 3 crore rupees will collect. Why I am saying around? Because there are many flats in Tower 17 which are still under maintenance. So there are little bit variable over there. So around 3 to 3.5 crore.
3 to 3.5 crore
in one quarter.
Okay. Then he's asking about details of outstanding due from owners. I think it's overall when the PPMS was collecting CAM, how many owners are those have not paid any count?
Today they have given us some details. Out of 2,368, around 200 flats are closed.
Okay.
The persons have taken the possession. They must be waiting for the sale of that. These are not coming. So they have given the list. We are going for asking for the latest position also.
All right. Details of penalty / interest on the late payment.
As per our bylaws, penalty clause, after the due date, penalty is ₹50 per day. There is no simple interest. It is penalty of ₹50 per day after the due date.
Okay. The next question is there any system of issue of NOC for lease or the sale of the apartments?
Yeah. When we take over, this will be the responsibility of the Prestige Tranquility Apartment Owner Association. When we take over, we will get all the files of 2,368 flats. We will be knowing from where they have to pay, to whom is to be paid, who is the first owner, second owner. We will start charging once we take over. This will be our job.
Okay. So next question is from Ranajit Mondal. He's not a member. We request him to become a member of the association.
Yes.
The first question is, this is not the right time to enhance the CAM to INR 3.54 per square feet, which is very high in nature.
First of all, as Mr. Bhatnagar said, this is not increase of the CAM. It is as per the GBM approved rate. In GBM, it was approved 3 rupees plus GST. That is 3.54 rupees. So it is not the increased amount. Let's try to understand that. Another aspect, whether it is right time or not. So the question is, this is the beginning of the financial year. We are in May. So if we want to have some purpose and a steady financial status, then this is the perfect time to collect the CAM, and we'll have some financial autonomy within 1 month or 2 months. Then we can plan accordingly where we can save some CAM. So if we see, this is the perfect time.
All right. The second question from Ranjit Mondal says, why we are not looking for offloading of various activities, housekeeping work, security, gardening, etc. to direct party?
Yes. Please read the CAM series. There we have clearly mentioned what would be the perfect sequence of taking over direct things. So first thing out of this to take direct is the items which don't attract GST, like BESCOM, our diesel payments, and the water. If we add these three, it will be around 5 crore plus of expenses. And that is the exact reason why we are starting the payment or collection right now. So that will be maybe around June, or maybe worst case around July, we will take up this. And once we take all these items, then touching the manpower is very risky affair. There we have to balance out the risk versus benefit. And based on that, we will take up gradually on our own direct payment. If you follow the CAM series, it is very clearly written what would be the proper sequence of it.
Okay, so we have been getting a feedback that questions are not audible, so I'll just shift for a minute. The next question is why GST added with CAM even after formation of association?
This is already answered by Mr. Bhatnagar. There is no GST added in the invoice. If you see the provisional invoice, it is a direct rupees. There is no GST applicable. But yes, when we are taking a service from somebody, today it is PPMS, tomorrow it could be anything. So we have to pay that GST to them. So as per our GBM, the CAM amount was 3 rupees. So even PPMS gives us a service of 3 rupees, we have to give them 3 rupees 54 paisa. So that 54 paisa needs to be factored now in our CAM. That's why the 54 paisa is there, but it is not a GST towards the customers.
Okay, so the next question is, I believe that PPMS is not only the agency who are doing facility management in Bangalore. We should look for others alternative vendors for reducing the cost.
Obviously, PPMS is not the only service provider. But when we came to Prestige, PPMS was there from the beginning, deployed by the Prestige. Yes, now if we start the CAM collection and we have some finance with us, then we'll be in a position to negotiate with PPMS better or any other agency. If we feel the PPMS is not agreeing to our terms and conditions, we can obviously go for other vendors who are cheaper or who are better.
I think this question would come further, so I'll just extend it from my side. Are we already looking for it? Are we already talking to the vendors?
Yes, we are looking for it. We have got some vendors. We will go in the details when it is there. It takes some shape.
Okay. So another question from Ranjit is there are no details on management fee and why we need to pay such a huge amount of management fee.
Okay. If you go by the CAM series, the management fees is clearly mentioned. So management fee is basically the money the service provider like PPMS takes from us. So there are different kind of service provider they have different kind of percentage like 7%, 8%. There are some with 12% also. And PPMS has been asking us 10%. If you see the CAM series, it is written that for 19 to 20, they are asking us 1.2 crore. And yes, I agree with you that we should not pay that much of money to them. So we have been negotiating with them. That's the reason the Jan to March CAM rate is not yet raised. And we have clearly said that we are negotiating with that. And again, if we want to reduce the management fee, be it PPMS or anybody in future, we have to reduce the amount which we are paying them because it will be always a factor. So it is very, very important that we have some money with us and we do some direct payment so that payment towards the vendor will reduce. When payment towards the vendor reduce, the management fees automatically reduce. So the question everybody is asking, I'll preempt some question also, that why you are taking this money? This is exactly the reason we are taking money. If we have money, we'll save the GST, we'll save the management fees.
All right. So there's another question is the proposal of collect CAM as advance we have already clarified.
Yes.
The secretary has clarified it. So another question is from Shashank Pandey from 17225. He is not a member. We request him to become a member with us. What are the CAM charges per square feet for May 22? I think it's a 17 tower
It is
case.
17 tower. I will request all tower 17 people, if they are having this question, whether what is the amount for the May or June, please see your agreement with the PPMS. There must clearly have been written from where this advance CAM stops and the next CAM starts from the PGOA. Please see your agreements. It will clarify. If it is up to June, up to May, you have to pay for 1 month, but you have to say to the PPMS and we have to then get the amount from the PPMS for that. But for all 17 persons, whenever there is any confusion, please see your agreement, please see the correspondence, you will come to know.
All right. The next question is from Deepak Jain. I don't have the unit number over here and he's not a member. He says, I think it's tower 16. Yeah. He says, if I'm not staying in my apartment and it is locked, why should I be charged water and diesel charge, which are consumption by residents staying there? Maintenance of common areas, greenery and security is okay for unoccupied flats, but consumption of water and electricity backup charges of more than rupees 1 per month is not proper. It is not proper to demand such charge from unoccupied flats.
Mr. Deepak, please go through part 1 of the CAM series first page. We have written very clearly that we are governed by Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act, and as per clause 10, 17 and 24 Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act, no owner can exempt himself from liability for this contribution. I will just read it also. No apartment owner may exempt himself from liability for this contribution toward the common expenses by waiver of the use or enjoyment of any of the common areas and facilities or by abandonment of his apartment, clause 17 of Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act. I am preempting again for all those persons who have written that they want to pay only 1 month or 2 months, they don't want to pay. It is binding on all the residents to pay.
All right. The next question is from Anupta Das, Tower 16, 16122. He's a member with us. All owners have paid 1 year maintenance towards Singh Corpus Fund. Why this Singh Fund cannot be used? Association has this money and it starts paying PPMS vendors directly. Residents keep paying association, not PPMS, at the agreed rate and cycle. As you reduce the expenditure, pass on to residents as reduced CAM.
Madam Anupta ji, sinking fund is specifically meant for capital expenditure, for long-term expenditure. It is against the accounting procedure and against the theme of the sinking fund that we take some amount from them. Sinking fund can be used only for the capital goods or for the expenditure. Suppose anything goes wrong or is not, it cannot be repaired, like lifts or generators or coloring of the this our apartment, we will need that fund. That sinking fund cannot be used for CAM.
All right. The next question is from Anupta itself. Read somewhere that CA audits the cost and certify. Please share the CA audit certified expenditures.
We will, when we go for the next GBM, it will be we will produce before all the resident, all the members residents, what is that income, what is the expenditure. It will be audited by our chartered accountant. This will come in the next GBM only.
Okay. The third question from the Anupta is, you have not shared the income details, including overall CAM collection, earning details from various commercial entities. There must be various income from commercial establishment, clubhouse, hire fee, etc. Without those CAM picture is unclear. Please share.
Anupta ji, please go through the part 4 of the CAM series, last page. We have troubled hard and we have gone for that. We have given all the expenditure and the income.
All right. I think we had a power cut, but our Wi-Fi is still on, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. The next question is from Aditya Saxena. He's a member with us, 9037. And questions are, need some clarity on why GST is still there. You have already answered. The second question is, how did you verify manpower?
I will get that question. So please go through the CAM series, the manpower section. There it is very clearly described each and every month what is the manpower deployed in Prestige Tranquility. If you see from April 2019 and we came in June, so even before that there was discussion to have an optimal manpower. If you see, the manpower is gradually decreased and also cost associated with every month is written there. So now how we came to know that what is the optimal manpower? So we did every monthly review, which person is deployed where, what he is doing, and whether, and also when we digitized our help desk tickets with Adda, there also we came to know that how many different categories of tickets are raised, like how many electricians we need, how many plumbers are needed. These are also derived based on the help desk ticket. Now you will ask whether these numbers are correct or not. That's a very good question. We should check that. In Prestige Tranquility, whenever a PPMS staff comes, they have to do their biometrics. And that biometrics record is there. So what we did, we made a small team and we took all the biometrics. And from biometrics, we know which person has reported here in every day. That data in December 2019, PPMS team came here with all their system, their SAP system details, all the manpower who were built. So what we did, we took the biometric information and matched with their SAP system. We saw like in a month, whatever shown in the biometric system is mapping with their SAP system or not. We found out, we did some sampling of around 100 of different categories like supervisors, security, our gardeners. We tried to pick up some sample from each categories and we mapped them. And we found out that there is a very good match, in fact, perfect match. Our samples were perfect match in our biometric system and PPMS SAP. Now the next part of mapping is whether the money they are asking, whether it is correct or not. So what we did, we again picked up some random samples for various categories and we asked for their pay slips for that month. Let's say, okay, he is a security guy. I see him reported in biometrics. He has reported for this many days. Can you show me your salary slip and show me that how many days he's billed? And we did some sample collection and it matched. That's how the manpower is verified. And if you follow the CAM series, it also says how we can optimize it further in 2020-21.
All right. So the last question from Aditya is why we are collecting CAM in advance. We have already answered it. The question from Venon Rego 11018, he's a member with us. And he is asking about, please explain the variance last financial year versus this financial year and why there was an increase. There's no specific, he just has asked that
Okay.
why there is an
If you
increase.
go by the CAM series, the actuals, and the CAM series, which is history, you will clearly understand which vertical has increased, which vertical remains same, and which vertical reduced. If you go by manpower, it has reduction. But if we go to BESCOM, there will be an increase. I would recommend everybody to read it, but I will pick up one example and explain it here. Let me first put up the baseline. We are still paying the 2.9 CAM was done in 2018-19. In 2018-19, if you understand that the people who are here, they know only tower 1 to 7 were having BESCOM power. All other tower got BESCOM somewhere in middle of that year. Okay. So those towers were constantly running on DG power. So DG sets were constantly running 24/7. But in 2019-20, all the towers have BESCOM charged. That's why the BESCOM bill gone up a lot because now everything has a BESCOM meter associated and we have to pay. So obviously there will be a much high BESCOM charge we have to pay. Now, the same way as the DGs were constantly running that time, and it is because of the project's delay, it is not our fault, we negotiated with PPMS that we will pay only 2 hour running diesel cost of the DG. And that is one cluster of DG was running in the tower 5. But 2019-20, when all BESCOM were charged, that condition is no more valid. We have to pay the diesel cost as per the actuals. Sometimes it can be less, sometimes it can be more. We have to budget it. And water, when 18-19, the occupation level was much lesser than what is the occupation level in 2019, and it will further go up in 2020. So we have to do a very linear calculation there to understand what would be the water cost associated with it.
So do you have any rough idea what was the occupation in the 2018-19? Any rough
It
number?
was 1,200 at that time, and now it is 1,962.
Yes, I will answer that question. So water, when CAM was done, there was 1,200. And it was projected it may go up to 1,400 or 1,500. When we started 2019, if you pick up the data, we are around 1,500 families were there in April of 2019 and 1,960 around now. So there is an increase of 450 families. So earlier what was happening, the water procurement was less. But the CAM, whatever divided, what is divided with everybody. Now procurement has gone up, but that other factor remains constant. So I have said in the CAM series also, the water procurement everywhere. There is another question from another gentleman that says, it is not a linear mapping with the increase in manpower. You are right, and that is a good observation. So if you put the water procurement every month, and if you put the total number of families and do a factor, you will get a factor of 10 to 11 in all the months. And if you do the total number of liters of water per family, you will get around 380 to 400. But that water is also used for the pool and backwash, all those things. But as those are variables, we are just doing this mathematics to know. And we see that only in July and March 2020, the factor gone up from the 1011 to 12.9.
Is that because of the lockdown?
March is because of lockdown, but July was not. We came in June. When we came in June, immediately there was a big problem with ST. And there was problem with the quality of water. We have requested our PPMS to clean all the backwash properly, to have all the filters clean. And if you remember, and everybody's memory serves, when we came, the swimming pool was always foaming, and lot of water was getting wasted to clean the swimming pool. That was root cause to a wrong filter in the swimming pool processing. That was changed. So if you see from August onwards, the pool water quality has increased and the amount of water to clean is also reduced. So if you see after July, it is a constant decrease, or it almost maps to the same factor what I said, 10, 11, 10, 11. And in June, due to lockdown, we guess, people are staying at home and water consumption may have increased. So again, in March, it has gone.
Okay. So if we go by that concept, we are right now 1960 families somewhere. And let's hypothetically, if everyone comes over here, 2,368 flats, we still have a scope of 350 families moving in. If that happens, the water consumption would even go high.
Yeah. If you see the CAM series again, for 2020-21, we have kept the water budget. I think if my memory serves very correctly, it will be 1.5 to 1.6 crores in 2019-20. But 2020 to 21, there are two factors are possible. Yes, you are right. There could be another 400 people coming in or 300 people coming in. And also the water price, right, anchor price, it is same from last 3 years. They have been asking for a very huge increase. I think it was 65 rupees. Now they are saying 90 rupees. Negotiations are still on with them. So there could be a possibility of increase in water tanker purchase also in 2020.
Okay. The next question is from Amitwa 10042. He's saying, what are you doing to set the camp similar to other societies? We have already answered it. The next question is from Ajit Mishra 16155. He's a member with us. The question is, as manpower cost is around 40% of total budget, has the association taken any comparative quote from other similar kind of service provider? You have already answered it. How the association is ensuring optimal use of manpower deployed on ground? Is there any lag between the numbers stated by PPMS and on ground?
Yes,
You have already answered it. The last question from Ajit Mishra is, has association taken steps to get proper documentation and AMC for critical items?
Yes. AMC of critical items, he said DG and STP. We need to understand. After takeover, we can get all the documentation from the Prestige projects. But before that, in 2021, we are also evaluating, going for, as Bhatnagar sir also said, a direct contract with some lift vendors. We have suffered a lot in 2019-20 for lifts. So we will review that. We will planning to create our own AMC with some third party.
So you're saying our left buttons can be replaced very quickly rather than what we have been seeing in the past?
Yes. Everything will increase, everything will optimize and become better once we take collections in our hand.
And last time, we remember all the residents have been communicated that the left buttons are coming from Japan. So we hope this time.
It will coming from Chennai.
All right. The next question is from Prasad 1164. He's not a member with us. We request him to become a member. When can we have open book accounts for all the money collected?
All the money collected from us since June 2019. This is an open book. If you are a member, you can come and check everything. We will give the income expenditure account also audited by the chartered accountant in the next GBM.
Okay. Also this year, when we have started CAM payment, we are requesting everybody you will please pay it through ADA. There cannot be more transparent system than that. You can have your receipts with you. You can come here and see the other reports we can share. So our aim is to go complete digitized and complete transparent system.
Okay.
So we'll do everything stepwise, but we'll go.
So the next question is from Souvik Guha.
Yeah.
Shower 11 He's a member with us. It's a long question, so I'm going to take a minute to read it.
Yeah, please.
And there's a lot of caps lock in this, so a lot of it is in capital. So
We
let me read
will
it.
try to.
So the question goes like, why is PTAOA agreeing with the scam rate, and why are we not changing PPMS? They are increasing CAM and their services has been for a toss. Projects handover delays and PTAOA acting as if everything is normal. I never a single word of protest against PPMS. Why this biasness? How many
Can we
mail
hold here
and
and answer this one?
let me complete it.
I will.
how many mail and follow-ups has been sent to PPMS for handover delays, and where is this advanced scam coming into the picture? This was not discussed in last GBM. I do not support this increased scam rate, and I also don't know why PTAOA is supporting this scam rate. Have you forgotten your election manifesto, or simply want to deny anything? I do not support this decision. This might end up in huge legal consequences. It's a big question, so please respond in the break.
I will try to reply. Mr. Souvik, first thing is, it is really frivolous from your side that you are saying that we are agreeing. Since July 2019, we have been consistently following up, talking to them, sending the mail, going to the Falcon Tower on 5th. Again, their team came to us on 12th December. We have been talking on each and every point. This is really a false thinking which you are having in your mind. We are going in a very systematical way. As I have told earlier, in this only, they started with the 3.7 rupees, then they came down to 3.4 rupees, then they have come down to 3.3 rupees plus GST. Please see the last page of the CAM series, page number 4. You just see their income expenditure. They are not going below 3.3 rupees. And if we accept it, as you say that we are accepting it, if you accept, we accept it, this January to March figure would have been 4.55 plus GST. We have paid only 2.90 in June, 2.88 per square foot plus GST for September and December. This time we say, we have told them we will not go beyond 3 rupees. This is a really a bone of contention, and we are going hard after them. But this is a negotiation. They are also professionals. We are also professionals. Negotiation doesn't say that we just come out after 1 month or 2 months and put ourselves and yourselves in trouble. We are going in a very systematical way. You should have a faith on us.
I will also add to last part,
Yes.
where he said that election manifesto and all.
So
these
this
things-
question is, I think, a generic question and should be responded. That and people have put the the picture of our manifesto, the hard copy of it, saying, "Have you forgotten my election manifesto?"
No. If we say the day we came here, our first and foremost intent was to optimize things. If that is not the case and we are not working towards us, then why PPMS came from 3.7 to 3.3 now? That is almost 1 crore of saving. Why it happened? Why they are in back foot now? And now they are on 3.3, right? So now we are also not giving them that much. We are contesting on the manpower. We have contested on the lift. So why we are doing all those things? And most importantly, why we are collecting camp now? As you were saying, not without GBM and all those things. Probably we would have GBM provided there is no COVID in April. Why we are doing all these things? All these things are attempt to contain the camp. We believe, and you also, if you analyze, will understand, we have to come out of this PPMS loop. See, last time we paid CAM was in for December 2019. So there is a huge gap. So that is what is happening. A huge gap is created between the actual payment and the service provided. So we are always in a loop of paying an extra GST towards that. This step, what we are doing right now, and we take the CAM from residents, we have the finance with us, then we'll actually come out of this PPMS problem. Maybe they will fall in track how we want our agreement, or we'll find another vendors.
Okay.
I will just finish it up. Last line you have written, this might end up in huge legal consequences. I have already referred in part 1, as per the Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act, we are on the right track. Nobody should say or can say that I am not supporting, so I will not pay. This is the duty of all, and clauses are very clear. Please go through that part 1 of the CAM series. You will come to know of it.
All right. So the next question is from Varugeshi from 17024. And question says, how can you force people to make advance payment for 3 months? It should be our choice. What happens if I'm ready to pay only for 1 month?
I have already told you this part 1 of the CAM series. Please read that of the Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act. I think it is very clear. We can charge advance CAM as per the rules of bylaws, and we can also, and nobody can say I will pay only for 1 month.
Okay.
This is clear.
So the next question is from Suvendu Sarangi from 16142. He's not a member. We request him to become a member.
Please.
And the questions are, provide 5 to 10 concrete steps that you have thought of or have planned to reduce scam rate with ETA. The second question is, have you thought of discussing with any other property management company? You have already answered this part. In last 1 year, what steps you have taken to find out wastage and expense? So I think 2 things are that what are our current, what we have done in the past to reduce it, and what is that we're going to
All
do
these
in future.
questions are very strategically. The question is very strategic. I like the question. It is very perfect question, and all these questions are very strategically answered in CAM series already. Concrete steps what we have to take, it is answered. What all things we can take for direct payment, it is also answered. You read those CAM series, you will understand. ETA also example, one table is provided there. You see, if we collect now, when will be the time where we will have money? And last 1 year, what steps were taken to find out wastage? As I said, there's 1 crore of rupees is saved already. So that is mainly because of proper verification and scrutiny and optimizing various things. Can you please do? That is also, if you go to the actual CAM series actual, you will understand where what is done. You can see, read the BESCOM part and the manpower part.
All right. So the next question is from Vinayak Pandey from 17045. He's not a member. We request him to become a member. And this is about the Tower 17 advance scam payment. You have already answered.
Yes.
I think this is a concern of a lot of people from Tower 17.
Tower 17, we are with you in this moment, and every time we are with you. But please see your agreement. Where up to what date you have paid. Please inform us. Please inform to PPMS. We will charge only that amount which you have not paid.
All right.
Also, I would request all Tower 17 people, based on your self-assessment also, you see, if it is 1 month payable by PPMS or 2 months you have to pay, you do the payment in the order. There will be a partial payment, it will be due. And once the discussion with PPMS is done and PPMS does the payment back to the PTOA, that will be automatically cleared in your order.
All right. The next question is from Satya 5195. We request him to become a member. I have just bought this flat in March 2020 and I still have to get my flat registered, and even my interior work is not started yet. I don't even know if we can move into the flat at least by end of this quarter. I don't want to pay for the maintenance where I have not even used the property till the date. Please let me know the formalities for a waiver, as this is clear injustice. So you have already answered
I
this.
have already
Yes.
answered. I will again tell to Mr. Satya. For Tower 5, CAM started from January 2019. So one has to pay from January 19, whether it has been occupied or not. If you have purchased from another person, he might have paid, but you can't say that there can be any waiver. There will be no waiver. You should be ready to pay that.
All right. The next question is from Rohit, flat number 9094. And question is about, he's also not a member, we request him. When would I need to pay maintenance of Jan to March month? So you have already answered
I
this
have
part.
already answered.
This part.
Yes.
And this is, I think, a concern of a wider audience, which says, Can you give us the assurance that I don't need to pay the maintenance of Jan to June back to back? Like just now we have got an invoice, and if tomorrow again an invoice comes in of the Jan to March, it would be a burden on everyone. So what are those steps? What can we do for it?
We are very clear on this. All of the residents have paid only up to December 2019. We have not paid for the last 5 months. It should have been accounted for. We will try, but we cannot give any assurance that January to March will not be raised for the 10 days or 15 days or 1 month. It can be back to back also. We cannot give any assurance of this part.
The negotiation with PPMS is still going on. As we already told, we are still discussing on the management fees aspect. So we don't know. It may happen back to back. It may not happen. But we need to make ourselves ready. We have actually consumed 3 months of service from them. We have to keep ourselves ready.
All right. So there's a question from Kripa from 5114. He's a member with us. That CAM charge can't be calculated entirely on the basis of area of flats. It should have two components. CAM charges, which are not dependent on area of flats, should be distributed equally among all flats like manpower, common area, electricity, etc. Diesel for DG, water tankers, etc. should be according to the area of flats.
This is your suggestion only. But if you just see registered bylaws, chapter 17, Code of Conduct, 1B, it has been made very clear the assessment shall be made pro rata according to the area of the apartment vis-a-vis the total area of the land on which the enclave has been constructed. It is as per the square feet only.
All right. The next question is from Balachandran P. He's from 15084. And he's asking, I'm assuming the value 3.54 is including GST. Please clarify.
This is 3 rupees. We have taken as per the last GBM, 3 rupees plus GST. You can take it or not take it. It is 3 rupees 54 paise inclusive of all the charges.
All the charges. So there's no GST on top of it anymore.
No.
I think that was one of the doubt of the people because we are transitioning from PPMS to this thing.
Actually, many people think, and they're saying CAM has increased, so now I have to pay 3.54 plus GST, something very huge. No. For if your flat is 1,000 square feet, the maximum increase would be 100 rupees per month with this.
Because of the fuel pass off from 3.42
to
3.54.
3.54. So 100 rupees or 105 rupees, like that will be increased per month. There is not huge increase as such, which is kind of people are assuming. Please remove those things. It is not like that.
So Sunny Raj from 7134 is asking whether 5 months of lockdown of amenities will reduce BESCOM and maintenance charges substantially. You have already answered this part. Yeah.
BESCOM, yes, but other things, no.
We have already clarified.
I think it will be offset by the water. We are washing hands.
Yes.
So Ankit Dimri from 17215, he again have a question about the same tower 17. So I would go to the next one. Uday from 15042, he's asking, can we do the CAM payment through ADDA?
Please do the CAM payment only through ADDA. It is simple for you, simple for us, and it is the most transparent way of doing things. Please.
Yeah, please do not forward it to the PPMS account. I think we had.
Many people,
yes.
Due to habit or you stored some data in bank, please don't transfer any money for the April to June CAM towards PPMS. It will be very difficult. Please send it to PTOA through ADDA is best. It is only linked to PTOA. Otherwise, give a check here in the office or the net as per the email. Please don't send to PPMS. Please.
That's a one-way route.
That defeats all the purpose.
That's a one-way route. Nothing comes back from there.
Yes, they will take it. Very difficult to get that.
All right. So Amalendu from 9084 is asking questions. Have you taken handover from PPMS? If not, are you not going to dispute with them by collecting maintenance fee to association account? Who will bond the fee for legal dispute if it arises? And what is the agreement with PPMS on maintenance collection?
We have not yet taken over from that PPMS. There are many issues. There is the issue of BESCOM, issue of drainage outlet. We have not, and we have been talking to them to give the handover. It has not happened. Regarding, yes, we are collecting maintenance fee because It was a demand of the resident, and it is the really time that we should now start collecting the CAM and paying directly for water, diesel, and electricity in order to save the GST. Otherwise, we would not have saved GST. Yes, when you say legal dispute, for the last 9 months or more than 9 months, it is around 1 year now, we have been talking to them very, very nicely, very, very professionally. We are hearing them, they are hearing us. Legal dispute, if it comes, we will have to go for the legal dispute, and the expenses will be borne by all the persons. There is no way from it. PTO will have to share the amount.
But that's not our preferred.
That is not our
Nobody-
preferred.
nobody
That is
wants
not
it.
our
That's
preferred
actually-
choice.
we should
For
not
the
go for
last
any-
1 year, we have been trying to negotiate.
Yeah. See, okay, I will preempt something that whether this we took PPMS by surprise taking this direct collection. No, we have discussed with PPMS, and they came forward with various proposal, and one of the proposal was we take up some activity and they do. So it is okay. They know we are going to do this.
Okay, so there are a lot of questions coming in the live chat. I would inform everyone that these questions we can look after once our so the questions we are answering right now were asked in the in advance, and people have submitted. So the live chat question cannot be answered right now. Once the session is ending, then we'll quickly have a glance through it and we can respond to some of those questions.
All
So the next question from Amalendu is not PT OTA? No, it's not PT AOA, PT residents' own internal body. Why residents are taken by surprise by PT AOA? Should not they take consent from each resident before issuing this kind of notice of demand? So I think you have already answered because it's as per.
Again, I will say we are your body only. You have been kind enough to elect 17 EC members. You have reposed faith in us. This kind of thing, 3.54, this is as per the last GBM held on 15 December.
It is provisional.
We have never told that this is our decision. We will go to the GBM as early as possible. After this lockdown is lifted, we will give the notice of 21 days and we will go for the GBM.
So from here and onwards, the question are getting a little bit the same, repeated questions. I'll go. Another question from Amalendu is, what has made PTAOA to go ahead with advance payment decision in this time of economic turmoil? We have already.
We have discussed about the economical reason or why we have to do this at this moment. We have already discussed maybe the third or fourth question around that time. This is the best time. If we have to do this, this is the best time. And this step has to be taken. We have to take it. The sooner the better. So this is the right time.
Okay. Another question is, why PPMS is not raising the bill? What will happen if they ask for all the months of payment in future? Is not PTO responsible for convince them to raise the bill? You have already answered this. And is it not fair ask to clear all issues with PPMS and terminate PPMS from the service before association start taking the maintenance?
Amlendu, I have told you, for clapping, 2 hands are required. If they are not ready to clap with us, we have been talking to them for the last 1 year. This is the preferable mode to talk, to negotiate. They will come, but it is not in our hand to ask PPM. We are saying you please go for 3 rupees plus differential, whatever is there you go, but we will not pay you 4.55 rupees plus GST. What shall we do? Whether we should ask them to go for 4.55 rupees plus GST. It is not in favor of all.
So he only said, is it not PT or a PT residents' internal body? We are. We are us. That's why we are fighting with PPMS.
All right. The next question is from Ashutosh Kumar Singh, 3122. He says the quality of service which PPMS provides is below par. We all can agree to that.
We agree.
That's the reason we are not agreeing to pay them 1.2 crore management fee.
we have a collective thought on this that yes,
We all
PPMS, the quality of service which PPMS provides is below par. For instance, the instructors in gym either come to sit as doorkeeper or only get involved with very few people. There was no action taken even after multiple complaints. It is very high time we need to have penalty-based SLA for them.
Good question. So this SLA, there was other discussions also in various forums. The PPMS is saying SLA model and PTAOA is saying PPMS is not agreeing for SLA model. So let me clarify the confusion. If you read the CAM series, the last part of the series, it is clearly said the PPMS is ready to do SLA model with certain conditions, which is not applicable to us, a certain amount. This year they are saying it will be 3.8 rupees, then only they will come to SLA model. We don't agree. We don't agree that much of amount. And also, it is not written anywhere. They said our SLA model is that if manpower is 100, one day 98 people come, we will give a credit note of 2 days. This is not a fair enough SLA model, I believe. So that's it. In the vision, as you see in the CAM series, we have clearly said we will this year, when we add, so far, let me clarify, so far we have never had an agreement, written agreement with PPMS. This year, when we have an agreement, there will be clearly SLA defined with penalty wherever applicable. And also all the AMCs, whatever we are planning will be with penalty associated with them. No loose SLA will not help us. And if they say that you pay this much, then only it is SLA, that is not acceptable. That means they are not agreeing to SLA. They can say 10 rupees and SLA. That is not, they are agreeing to SLA.
Another question is if the idea of advanced CAM is to make direct payment for the services like BESCOM, water, and Save GST, then shouldn't we calculate the amount for these services only and raise CAM for a month or two as of now?
We are already in
2 months
May.
ago.
Already in May. So PPMS has already given us the services for 2 months. So they will obviously take the GST from us. So we have to factor all those into perspective and do it. But your question shows that you have you understand the scheme of things. So please read the CAM series last page, where a table is provided, where how slowly we can benefit from this, you will understand.
All right. The next question is from Roy Vincent, 15094, and it's actually the ask of many. What are the plans on CAM defaulters? PPMS has been saying that so many people have not given CAM, and they have been. What is that we gonna do if someone doesn't pay CAM?
First thing I will say, our residents are law-abiding residents. Most of the persons are paying in time. In 2 days, around 300 persons have paid the CAM at the rate of 3.5 rupees through Adda and through check. Penalties should be used only after all the other things have failed. Our rules and bylaws have defined very clearly in penalties clause. If you just read clause number 2ABC, you will come to know up to what level an association can go. Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act gives the powers to the association to go against the defaulter, and it will be very difficult for them if they don't pay the CAM in time. I will not elaborate on this because this is not my thinking now to read all the penalties clauses, because our persons mostly are law-abiding and they pay in time.
So, but if we still get a percent of the flats from where you're not getting the CAM, what is that? What are all the steps
Okay.
If you want to read me, I can read. I can read for you. Just go through rules and bylaws. Penalties. Point A. The liability to make the payment of the maintenance charges shall at all times that be of the member owner. Under no circumstances can non-receipt of the maintenance bill be cited as the reason for delayed payment. No waiver of penalty shall be made if a resident expresses inability to pay due to non-receipt of the bill. Residents are expected to contact the manager and obtain a copy of invoice and ensure payment within the due date. Any owner who fails to pay any amounts due to the association beyond the last date of payment, as advised in the demand note, shall be deemed a defaulting member and shall be debarred from voting or standing for election to board. A penalty for late payments, payment of 50 rupees per day from the due date, advised in the demand note. Number 2B, Non-payment of dues to the association for 60 days or over shall constitute just and sufficient reason in terms of Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act for the board to deny the use of any or all of the facilities and services, including the supply of water, offered to its members, provided that due notice in writing, which shall not be less than 20 days, is given to the defaulting member. Other things are also there. Penalties are very high. It will be very difficult for the resident, owner, or tenant to live here if they don't pay the CAM in time.
All right. The next question is from Nishan Nandan 3183. I have seen list of rentals coming from all the sources. However, there is no mention of ironing shops. Few of them are in our basement. So I think
We have some 3-4 shops. We had proposed in the month of March to charge rupees 1,000 per month from them. And we have taken a lenient view for the tower 17 because it caters to only one tower, 500 rupees per month from them. We cannot charge more from them. This is only for the sake of charging.
so, but it's still, I think maybe
The
we
question
can.
is whether can be added to the CAM series.
Yeah.
It will not be part of CAM series, but the yearly expenditure and whatever you will be presenting there. It will
So even if it's 500 rupees,
Even
we'll
if
show
it
it.
is 1 rupee, if it is
It will be
collected,
there. It will be there in the balance sheet.
All right. The next question is from Amit Gupta, flat number 17236. And it says GBM approved CAM rate for 2019-20, not 2020-21. But the EC is advertising that GBM has approved the CAM rate. Could you please share where the approval has been done? You have already answered this
Please,
part.
Amit, dear Amit, we have already written it is a provisional device. We have never advertised, we will never do, which is not proper, which is not legal.
The next question is, could EC share the correspondence with PPMS on the discussions regarding expenditure and share it all? Vikram.
yes, this feedback came from the ADDA and he also put it here as a question. All the email communications, especially which are important, we have put it in the ADDA docs. Anybody, all owners, not anybody, all owners can go and read those documents. And also there were some attachments with those mails. Those attachment snapshots were there in the CAM series. So it is all open now. Anybody can see these documents. Now, again, people have asked those attachments. I don't know whether it is real or not. If we go to that level, then probably you have to come here. We'll open our PC. You can see the email and attachment.
Verify the headers.
Very good.
All right. So same Amit asked the third question, that what terms and conditions are there in agreement with PPMS, as there was a mention that PPMS could recover charge from the sinking fund, which is legally not possible. Can EC please share the agreement with the PPMS?
There is no agreement, and we have never written that they will do. We have written it is a fear that they may, because they are the owner of the funds. They have got the funds. They may do it. It is not legally possible, or we are not going to that question now. We hope and expect, and we believe that this amount will be coming back to us.
Hypothetically, they will not be. You go for a legal will take years. That is the hypothetical scenario is better. We are not saying that.
Okay.
They will really go and legally enjoy it or keep it.
So Nagalakshmi from 15021 is asking, need explanation for increase in CAM, especially with most services being in lockdown. You have already answered. Narendra from 8105 is asking, how can I get a reconciliation statement from start? We observe a difference in paid amount. Please help. I think it's about the amount. You have already answered this
Yes,
part.
it is actually they have to take up with the PPMS.
No,
If
this
there
is
no-
tower 8.
This is the tower rate. I think this is that the amount which increased, as Vikram talked about, from 3.4 to 3.54.
The difference in paid amount. They are asking, I think, Narendra, how can I get a reconciliation statement? I
We
think.
paid extra. I am a little bit ambiguous about this question. If you are talking about the money you have paid to PPMS, so till March 31st, you have to negotiate with PPMS and understand if you have paid something extra to them. If it is the test cam, there is a test cam raised to test the system, but many people have done the payment around 30-40. And when the real cam invoice, that is the provisional cam raised, that amount was adjusted, and we have also seen that people have paid the adjusted amount.
Okay.
I hope that is your question. So if some other you mean something else, please clarify.
Yeah, please reach out to your tower rep if you still have any concern with the payments. All right, Krishnan Sita Raman from 13022 is asking, association will be collecting funds against this invoice, at least some part of it. With the funds collected, association can pay Bescom water and diesel bills for the months of April, May and June. As a result, we can save on GST and these payments. In light of these, rupees 3.54 could have been brought down in this invoice. Is there any proposal to raise monthly invoice in future? So I think the first question you have already answered, that how we have reached 3.54. How about the monthly invoice? A lot of people are,
Monthly, I will make it very clear. This will be the perfect situation to go for the monthly. But before that, we have to see how many persons are responding, how much recovery is coming in a quarterly basis. If it is streamlined, mostly are paying. Please note that if it is monthly, then monthly advices we have to raise. It will go through at no issue. But if persons are not paying in time, we have to use the security or some other person, or we have to knock their door for the making the payment. Monthly, we don't have that much manpower. We don't have that CRPF or other monthly advance. Best thing if it happens, I am for it.
okay.
Even he has asked if we collect some part of the money. Yes, we have a sequence of plan ready. If what much of amount if we get, what we'll do. You are right. If we get, let's say, we get a lot of money by another 5-6 days, and actually we would request everybody to do this CAM payment as soon as possible. Sooner we get the amount, immediately we are already looking for vendors for diesel, water, and Bescom. Immediately, the moment we have the money, sufficient money, we will immediately start paying and save the GST.
All right. So now, sir, I think Vikram can take a little break from here, and
Yes.
I'll and Piku sir can join us.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all.
One.
We'll actually check if with the mask your voice is not clear. You might need to put the mask down. All right. So Sandesh from 1233 is asking. There are a lot of questions in there. It's a pretty long question. I'll read a little about it. It says PPMS claim on manpower expense looks high. Hope we have cross-checked in detail. Vikram has already answered it. From the provided details, I picked up 4 major contributors towards manpower expenses: security, housekeeping, property, general, technician, and here are discrepancy observed. What do they mean by man day? If I assume it is number of days personal clock to work, then by average man day is more than 31 days. Why there is a fluctuation in average man day payment? There is a spike in average man day payment in January every header. Why? I think there's a payment in the January is high. Why is that? That's one of the questions.
Because PPMS informed us that in January they do pay them incentives, bonuses, and some other additional payments. And that's why we took up the matter with them and got all this amount reversed. If you see the CAM
And
series,
series
you will
2
see
last
there
page.
that 25 lakhs have finally been reduced from the total. This was after we negotiated with them. So these spikes are so what you can call slight higher expenses have been taken care of.
All right. The next question is, provided diesel expense claims look weird, the actual consumption figure is rounded off so perfectly in thousands. How is that we never get differential figures? For example, the actual diesel consumption figures are for January 34,000 liter, February 20,000 liter, March 18,000 liter.
Now, Mr. Sandesh, these are not expenses. These are the consumption. That is how many liters are being procured for that month or used for that month. So therefore, since every time when we get diesel, it is in the lots of 2,000 liters. So therefore, If it is to the lots of 2,000 liters, it will be definitely perfectly be in thousands, and that's what you are seeing. Number one. Number two, if your question relates to why a variation, it depends to a large extent on climate or on BESCOM supply or on disruption in BESCOM supply. And it's not that something, we can have real control on.
All right. The next question is why there is a delay in deciding that PTOA will start making direct payments to services like diesel, water, BESCOM. I think if you could have.
If we had money, we could have done. Now we are collecting the money. We will pay direct.
Moreover, as Secretary has already told and has been repeating that we have been trying to deal with them for last almost 5 to 6 months and telling them to negotiate and come to a reasonable level, which they have not so far really agreed to. Therefore, there is a delay. And of course, now at this time, COVID, all their offices and all are closed, so it's a bit difficult. Yes.
All right. So, what is the effect of all commercial establishment within premises? Whom are they making rent payments, and is it even benefiting to reduce scam?
See, as you would have seen CAM series, it's already shown how after taking over, we have increased the income from various places within PT, number one. Similarly, recovering electricity, which has not been done in the past, has been done. You may have seen that on an average, we are now recovering almost 50,000 per month electricity charges from one Lulu itself. So that gives you an idea about it. Yes, it can reduce the CAM to some extent if we utilize this money for normal maintenance. What we were thinking and what we were anticipating that for some other items like cameras, if we could use this money without touching our CAM, it would be probably beneficial for us. So this is one of the examples. Similarly, making multipurpose halls or rooms or updating these places wherein we can later earn money, and not only earn money, but give a facility to our people in the long run. So we could use money from this income. This is our.
All right. So the fifth question is again about the monthly CAM. We have already answered it. Okay. So we'll move to the next question. It is from Satish 9151. The first question is changes in CAM can be brought forth only post discussion in GBM for 2020 budget and then finalization with approval. This is a standard procedure. Please adhere in the process before raising Campbell. You have already answered it. Yeah. Expenses in the membership account should be related to this purpose. Please provide its audited report. So this should be clarified if you can use the membership amount for the maintenance or not.
No. We have last GBM also. We have given the details. This GBM also we will give the details. Membership cannot be used for the CAM or any other thing. It is only for the specific purpose of some things. We are already having around, we have spent only 3.5 to 4 lakhs rupees out of 20 lakhs. All the amount is lying in our account.
So generally speaking, it can be used for GBM and other office related to PTA and other membership issues. One. Number two, as far as audit is concerned, as you are all aware, we have already, AGM has appointed last in GBM, one Panagdahi and Co. was appointed for auditing it. And once audit is over, it will be present in the next GBM for approval.
And maybe we can use this money to renovate this office. It looks like an old BESCOM office.
Actually, GM has approved it, but we have not done it so far.
We will try to make it. We will.
All right. The next question is that since PTOA is collecting CAM for Q1 2020, please clarify which are the vendors that PTOA going to directly pay bills that result in saving for Q1 2020.
You see, as already mentioned repeatedly, for water, electricity and diesel, these are the vendors where we can save GST. For any other payment, you will have to make a payment to GST, whether it is PPMS or somebody else. So it really does not matter. The impact, the positive impact will be for paying directly for these three items or other elements, as very clearly shown in our CAM.
All right.
series.
Please communicate at least 1 week in advance the date of GBM for 2020 camp. So as in whenever the GBM happens, we will.
For GBM, we'll
go
give
for-
21 days notice, not 1 week notice.
Yes.
So there's
We will
no
give-
issue on that.
We will give 21 days.
We'll give 21 days notice in advance.
So when can I expect finance audit report of previous year, including the incomes from
In the next stage.
the next? Okay. All right. The next question is from Pawan 6043. Post formation of association, if flat is still with builder, are they bound to pay CAM for that flat? As in, if the flat is still not sold, how the CAM would be for that?
PPMS will pay that CAM to us.
PPMS will pay.
PPMS will pay the CAM to us.
All right. The next question is from Sachin Khanna 4185. The first question is, why is CAM and electricity not being charged from all in-house establishment? The example is OMG Salon. Are we not charging electricity?
Mr. Sachin, I think this information is not really correct. We are charging both CAM and electricity from that one. Number two, earlier electricity was being charged on an ad hoc basis. But now we have installed about 8 meters in different establishments. And that is how from Lulu and from other places, we are every month now noting down the meters and getting the reimbursement for the expenses incurred on this side.
All right. Income from various coaching establishment is not listed. Jata, swimming coaches, badminton coaching, please clarify the earnings from.
It is in series of CAM series 4. Please see the last page. It's already included.
All right. Can PTOA not charge rental for empty, unsold parking spaces that some residents might want to rent directly from the association?
Yes, we are working on it, and we had also issued a circular on that. Due to this COVID, we had to postpone it. We postponed it.
Okay. But I think those were
It is being
marked,
done.
and we have marked those.
We have marked unsold. It was to be done by March. We had to postpone it. Then it was to be done by 25th April. We had to postpone it. We are just waiting for the lockdown to be over to go ahead with the proposal.
All right. The next question is, what about various events, fairs that are held in PT campus? Where is that income provisioned?
That income also is shown in the halls. You know, whatever our community halls are there, the income against that is being included.
It is included.
Okay. Are there any financial audits being planned for the balance sheets? What is the frequency and who is being contacted to do so?
Yeah, this was discussed in AGM, and one company, Panigri and Co, was appointed for this purpose. And they would be doing audit of all these things, including GST audit and other elements of TDS audit, income tax audit, so you can call it, besides audit of our balance sheet and profit and loss account.
All right. The next question is from Ashwani Sharma 8012. The first question is, what is pending CAM amount to collect an action plan to cover this amount?
See, as far as PTO is concerned, we have for the first time raised invoices on CAM, and there is still time to pay for it. As far as question is that how much is pending from PPMS, they have given a figure of roughly
They have
2 crores.
They have first they gave a figure of around 2 crore. Then they told some amount has been recovered. It is around 1.5 to 1.3 crore. They have still to recover.
So
They are working on that.
They have informed that about 1.5 crores is still to be recovered. Also, we should not forget that there are almost 200 to 250 houses which are vacant, and where they have not got a response from the owners or investors, whatever. So there are certain difficulties probably which they are having and which even we may face, and which may increase our amount due to this reason. And that is the reason why we started this exercise.
All right. So what is the roadmap for new financial year and expected amount of CAM? I think this is the same.
We will go in the GBM. We cannot disclose it now. We will go to the GBM with all the calculations, and all the members, general body, they will take a decision.
I have, and Ashwani says that I have trust on CAM team and request you please continue with same zeal by bringing more professionalism while responding to any query from residents.
Thank you.
Oh, somebody appreciate it.
There are a lot of questions in the live chat. I request the viewers that okay, so we are responding to some of them. No, I'll go to. So the next question is from Vidya Sagar 17036. There are 16 questions in this. It's,
Okay, okay.
so
Thank you.
I'll go through the questions, and if something has been already answered, we'll deflect it.
Please start one by
So
one.
the first
and
is why CAM is decided without GBM. You have answered it. GBM of December 2019 only authorized EC for FY 19-20 for CAM up to 3 plus GST. Have how you interpret that it can be extended for 2021. You have already answered it. When GBM approved rupees 3 plus GST, how can you interpret 3.54 without GST? Okay, would you like to clarify, or is it
It
the
is
same?
already clarified
Okay.
because it already mid-month. By the time we collect and pay, GST we will have to pay to
Right.
the services render.
In case of advance fund needed for jump start the year, why not some needed amount initial months and finalize the CAM in GBM with data? This is the same question. This is the same wording around this one question. Why quarterly payments instead of monthly? Bylaws mentions only monthly, no quarterly. Is there any bylaw which says?
Bylaw says advance.
Okay.
Advance can. And if you go through another quotation and another clauses also, it is very clear.
Okay.
It is the duty of the EC and it is the power of the EC of the members to collect the CAM so that building is maintained properly.
All right. So apart from it, for the monthly, we have already you have already
That will be
clarified.
the last. That will be the last.
All
thing.
right. So many of Tower 17.
Only one word of caution can I tell, because so far we have not mentioned it. Now you are supposed to raise bills for 2,000, about 2,400 persons or 2,400 owners. Now, if you want to go on monthly, then within a quarter it becomes 8,000 roughly. What is the organization needed for follow-up, close-up, reconciliation, and all that also has to be considered. It should not land up in increasing the work, increasing the CAM itself. Okay,
So if we knock a door, we might ask, if you have not paid the CAM, and the person would ask which month.
So that will be a problem initially. But that is the perfect solution. Okay. If everything is right, we will go for
Right.
But
this
in
also.
sir, most of the large organizations, I have not seen them collecting monthly. It's only quarter. For
Only
this reason.
For
This
this
is one of the
reason,
reasons.
because it's too much of the follow. All right. Okay. The next question is about many of Tower 17 people already paid 1 year, so you have already clarified it. PPMS manpower. Is there an agreed rate card available for each set of workmen?
That is not there. We are working. This year we tried to have different kind of rates and different kind of salary structure. But PPMS follows actual. Whatever they pay to their employees, they take from us, and they take management fee on top.
All right.
Let's see how it goes this year.
We are trying because
We are
this time
trying.
also next model which we will discuss in the GBM, we are going to pay them for L1, L2, L3. That we will quote the rate, we will pay this much amount, and this is the management. We have given them our peace of the mind.
All right. The 8th question is PPMS manpower. What is the basis of PPMS manpower count? How many tickets they are resolving, and an average time they spend on each ticket is at acceptable level or not?
Yes. Yes. We can share some more data on that. In Adda, we are tracking. The closure rate is very good. One person is kind of fixing 8 to 10 electrical issues. So it is good. They don't have much, too many manpower, by the way, in plumbing and electrical things. So plumbing and electrical, if you raise, it will get addressed almost in the same day, of course. And in help desk, if you set it as a priority, then they will come immediately.
So Vikram, can you please come? That will be better. You please come. Because this
Okay. Amrish sir also can take a little.
Some statistics on this. Very difficult to talk, sir. Some statistics on this. We plan to actually present in help desk in GBM. How many tickets are coming? What all they are really fixing? What all are getting escalated and fixed? What all are they are falsely closing, and how we are going after them? So all these things we will present in the GBM.
All right.
And as far as basis is concerned, it's biometric.
Okay. So the next question is, what is the rationale for management fee when there is a cost per man day is already built for all manpower? Isn't the margin already covered there?
No. Sorry, I will interrupt. There is no margin cover there. Manpower cost is as per actual.
This is the same
It
confusion.
is not buffer over buffer.
This is the same thought we even had when we started
Yes.
this analysis. We thought they are saying that give us 25,000 for a security guard, but they might be paying 16,000. We also had this
We
thought
started
before.
at that.
Yeah, before we could clarify.
That was the first question to us, the PMS. You are keeping buffer in your invoices, and you are asking for
Management.
What is this? So they proved us, and we are also convinced the payment, whatever there in the manpower, is the real cost they are spending. That is, we need to rest assured that is verified and that is true.
What is the level of confidence of EC on correctness of PPMS data?
Where is PPMS data here? So one is manpower, that is verified. Another is Basecom bills are here, anybody can go and see. Another is diesel, that is also logbooks are there, one can go and see. DGs are also themselves so that how much diesel they have consumed, one can add up and then can see. Water, we have meters, and every day what is water procured, that data also they are saying we can see. So only two things that are not clear. One is AMC and another is consumables. AMC, we have the agreements where we can see that, okay, this is what they are paying. So now if after writing the agreement, they are not paying to the vendor, we cannot do anything.
I think that's not possible.
And consumables, yes, 30 odd lakhs they have given. Based on DG also, if you do a check and B check, all those things, they will consume around 20 lakhs. So still we have asked PPMS that you give us exactly how you come with the consumables. Let's wait for that data, even if it is a small amount.
Personally, I have become a big fan of Vidya Sagar sir. The questions, the way they have been, drafted as just amazing.
Vidyasagar, your questions are very good.
And if I have to respond to this question specifically, I will say we have a reasonable confidence. And also, let us not forget, it's a big conglomerate with whatever pluses and minuses. It has a full set of good auditors auditing their account. So I expect that they will be doing their job properly.
All right. What are different subcommittees in EC and its members? I think it's committees. Okay. What are different subcommittees in EC and its members? Is there any subcommittee on collection validation of CAMP related data?
Yes, we started like that in a very structural approach. Some people take care of manpower, some people take care of BG, some people on water. Even external, there is one external team of few people who are also studying the water data, and they promise that they will come up with a suggestion. We are waiting for that. So yes, there are subcommittees. If you want to help also, you can come and approach. You can be part of any subcommittee and help everyone.
All right. The next question is, what is the SLA model EC is proposing to PPMS? What are milestone acceptable service levels EC pushing for, like time to resolve a ticket, deploying minimum service in each area, exclude financial if needed?
Okay. So if I answer all these questions now, what will answer in GPM? But yes, we few things. The manpower, where they are saying my manpower is this much, you pay their salary. We are trying to break that. We are making 3 levels of manpower: L3, which are workers; L2, which are supervisors; and L1, which are managers. We will have a fixed salary for L2, L1, and L2, and management will be manager's salary, not management fee. Manager's salary will put a percentage on top of L1 and L2. It will be similar to how we do in our software firms. And all SLAs, as we have already discussed, AMCs, we are going most of the things AMC model, so that each thing AMC will have their own penalties associated with this. And this year, 2020, we have already started 4 models of discussion with PPMS. And I don't want to go beyond that. We will discuss more in GPM. But yes, your questions are good and our thought process aligned. Thank you for that.
The next question is, it hasn't ended. It's just the 12th question. There are 4 more to go. Know Your CAM status. I think Know Your CAM series stated significant improvement in PPMS service due to ADDA implementation. Can you please share the ADDA ticket stats?
As I said, yes, we'll share.
Okay.
We'd love to share how many tickets are raised, how many. See, if people appreciate these things, we will share. There are many things to share. How many domestic helps are coming? How many vendors are coming? You will be surprised to know that in weekend we have 1,000 visitors, and how many security guards we have there, and how many help desk. Our visitors, the maids, we have 400 maids coming in just to allow one maid that we take. We are planning a biometrics for maids also for your information. And help desk, we would like to share statistics. We have put things in place. Digitization is done. Information is there. If somebody is interested, they can come. As you have requested, we will keep on sharing this data.
All right. The next question is, CAM for Jan-March 2020 quarter. When is PPMS going to? We have already answered this part. gradual CAM decrease shown in your CAM part 4, is it just a projection or really believe and ensure that it will be achieved?
That is, if you say it is showing example if the CAM is 3.54, see, we are playing with certain variables. One big variable is DG. If you actually, it is beyond the financial year, the DG diesel purchase of April 2020 is twice as compared to any other earlier years or earlier months. So certain variables are there, but yes, almost it will align to that, or whatever we have presented there. But it is considering if the CAM is collected at 3.54. If let's say CAM is collected lesser or more than that, the series will little bit skew here and there. Thanks for reading that. I am sure many wouldn't have. Otherwise, many questions
Sir
are
has
asked.
read it properly.
You have read it. Thank you very much.
Okay, why does some establishment have electricity amount and some not? What is the plan to collect from everyone? I think we have already responded to
Like
it.
OMG, why they we have not
Yeah.
put it?
So the last question from the submissions on the online link which we had given is from Chaitanya 17077. The question is, can the due date be extended by a week to first week of June, as this expense is unplanned and not a small amount too?
See, if we go to June, we are pushing our all the efficiencies to July. So sooner is better. We would request everybody to do the payment as soon as possible. Even there was one question, I think from Mr. Sitaraman, that if you are collecting early, can you start some of the payments early to save the GST? That is the main intent. Why we are in middle of this COVID situation, all of us, we are trying so hard, convince all, making everybody aware. That is reason is sooner is better. If there are certain people who have some issues, they can come to EC, but we will not change the process as of.
All right. The transaction charges using a credit card is very high. Can it be made zero?
Yes, this feedback we have got. We have already conveyed this feedback to Adda team, but there are other modes of payment like UPI and debit where the charges are lesser, and UPI is free also. So,
But still, if the credit card could have been reduced a little bit, it would be a little helpful for everyone.
yes,
So,
we have given this feedback to Adda already, and they said they are also working with HDFC Bank. Maybe next time onwards, the HDFC Bank they are trying to make it zero
for the credit card.
Yes.
Okay.
So and we have HDFC
or
Bank.
at least reduce it to a
Yes.
considerable level.
Considerable amount, because
This feedback we are definitely giving them. Yes.
all right. Late fee or penalty of 50 rupees is very high, and general practice is that it is charged at 21% per annum on a pro rata basis. Can this be changed?
It needs GBM.
Actually, this is as per bylaws. So it cannot be changed in an ad hoc manner even by any committee. This has to be approved by 2/3 majority if we have to change this or any term as a matter of fact. One. Number two, we have to appreciate that we have to dissuade people from delaying the payments deliberately. Otherwise, indirectly it will be increasing our CAM.
Yes.
Once it's received on time, we can pay on time without any default. It would help all of us in controlling the CAM in the long run.
So are we taking? There was one question on the manpower. Why it is more?
So yes, there was a one question on the Adda which we had said that we would take. Otherwise,
Yes.
all the questions
That question I am taking. That question was from Mr. Subramaniam. He said, and one more resident, they have identified that in January the manpower is little bit higher. You have done the right observation. Even we had made the similar observation. The reason was in January PPMS normally pays their bonuses and all those things. But we had taken up this issue with PPMS that we are not okay with that. And if you see in the CAM series where we have put the PPMS budget, there is a deduction of 20 odd lakhs, and that is mainly due to this increase. And they have adjusted it in the final table, whatever put it in the CAM series. Thanks for identifying that. Another question was the water. Yes, the water in July was high. It is not high other place. Only as I told earlier, the factor was 12 only in July and this March. July reasons I already said there was a more water spending in the pool and the backwash. And that is the time actually when we came into picture and started our various kind of implementation of optimization. If you see after that, it is a quite straight factor after that. We came in July and June, and in July we did ask them to clean most of the things properly.
Say the filters were changed.
Yes,
and all
filters
the
were-
things.
yeah.
All right. So that's all.
And another question of why the 20,000, 30,000 diesel.
We have already answered. So all these questions have been answered. So thanks a lot
Thank you, gentlemen.
for joining. And any of the pending questions which we have in the live chat, there's a lot of questions in the live chat which are not visible at this moment for us to
I think
respond.
Sahadev is answering. those
Yeah, we are-
questions. So thank you very much actually joining. The whole endeavors we all together trying to do is to get the financial autonomy. Once we have the financial autonomy, be it PPMS, be it any vendor, we will dictate the terms. If we are going behind, like they provide the service, we are losing money in management fee, we are losing money in terms of GST. So please support this. It is for benefit for everybody. It will save our money. If we don't do it, PPMS this year is asking 3.8 rupees per square feet plus GST. If we don't collect directly and still allow PPMS to service more, we will pay 4.4 to 4.5 rupees CAM.
All right. So
So try to understand and support.
there is a
this.
last question which we have got about is there anything, any plan for the STP maintenance? I think we get into this problem of that smell coming very frequently. How are we gonna handle that?
It is not a CAM series question, but yes, this year STP will be under AMC model, and there are certain projects issue also with the STP that certain our STP team is following up, but that is not
project people have said that they have to fix oxidizers for us, which they have agreed to. And once these oxidizers are installed, it's only then, a real improvement can be seen by people. But that has to be done by not by PPMS, but by the project people. And unfortunately, it got delayed.
All right.
No.
So I think that's all from our side for today. And maybe next time we are in the banquet hall instead of this.
So
All
it
right.
was a good session. Thank you very much for joining.
Good, very good. Well done.